All right, family, it's your brother Asad.
I'm Adrian.
And we are back again with another quick video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new material on this channel. Secondly, in terms of housekeeping, I got to give a special and a significant and a particular and a peculiar shout out to my South African family for all the love you guys have shown this channel. My wife, myself, my children, we greatly appreciate it. Third, in terms of housekeeping, bam, 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 just like that. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to have to postpone this.
We're not meeting up.
We're going to postpone the meetup. Now, if y'all want to reach out to me and meet up somewhere, it's cool. But for the official meetup of May, we're working on some things at the center. So we're going to have to postpone that until next month, right? It's coming, y'all. I promise. But it's out of my control. It's out of my control. This one was in joint. You know, if it was just me, it's just like we just do it. But this is in joint. This is in conjunction with the center. And with that being said, if you would like to support the work that the center is doing, I will leave a link. Right now, we're doing a survey on African Americans who are in South Africa. That's some good stuff. Boy, if I tell you, I told y'all some of them numbers. That's some good stuff. Also, we're doing a lot of work, right? The U.S. business in Africa. We got U.S. and Africa and U.S. cities we're working with. All kind of good work that we're doing. So if you would like to support 10 Rand, 5 Rand, 50 Rand, F it, man. So let's not even discuss it, man. OMG. I'm going to leave a link in the discussion thing. I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video. All right. So we got two really short topics because, you know, we don't really have long videos, right? Our videos don't be long. But, you know, I think that's something that the populace has now been conditioned to receive information, right? You remember when you growing up, you had to watch a 30-minute show. You had to sit down. Yeah. And you had to sit through the commercials.
Man.
Now,
run to the bathroom before.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. You know, they leave on a little cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? Dum, 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 dum. The music come on, and you're like, okay, commercial. Run to the bathroom, try to grab you something to drink. Yeah, and come back. Is it on? You screaming all through the house. Is it back on? It's back on.
What happened?
Yeah. Now, everything is on the video. If you're watching on YouTube, they got commercials. You don't have to watch 5 seconds of it. Skip.
Right. Good stuff about that.
Yeah, be like, man, damn it. God, 5-second commercial.
Skip ad.
Or you watching stuff on Netflix and Hulu and all that other type of stuff where you just don't have commercials. No. You know? So the populace has been trained to consume information, to consume entertainment in a very particular and peculiar way. Long form information is not really respected much anymore, right? But what do you lose? Do you lose detail? Do you lose the ability to to make emotional connection? All right, I don't know.
No, I've been conditioned because I like my stuff to the point.
To fast?
Quick.
Yeah. I be watching shorts.
I lose attention quick.
Yeah, but that's how they training us. Just know that's how they training your mind.
Yeah, I've been trained.
Folk can't even pick up a book no more and read. Be like, Lord,
I can still do that though.
Lord have mercy.
But I do skim. After a while, I'm like, la. Okay, they're still describing the garden. Next one. All right, back to the dialogue.
All kind of detailed mess. Give me the Cliff Notes version. AI. Give me
Basically, what's this about?
Give me the synopsis. So
what are we gonna talk about?
I'm about to say his name. U.S. Ambassador Ruben Ruby.
Come to the front of the classroom.
Come to the front of class. We gotta talk. Come on, cousin.
Have a seat.
Come on, cousin. Man,
like, need to talk.
I'm telling you, so for those who don't know, you saw the video?
I saw a little clip.
When he got on there, he said, I'm willing to bet my life.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, when he said, I'm willing to bet my life, or I'm willing to put my... Anytime a Negro move his head like that, he lying. I don't trust nothing he's saying. I don't trust nothing you saying. Nothing. I don't know what you... Don't know regular black folk move their head like that.
Not your life. That's your life.
So he said that that South Africa has sold arms or given arms to Russia to arm Russia in their fight against Ukraine. Now listen, I don't know whether that's true or untrue. I'm not in those special circles where people let me know, hey, like when they decide to sell arms,
this
Dr.
arms deal about
Side,
to go down,
yeah,
bro.
let me let you know. I don't know whether it's true or not, but what I do know is this is strangely familiar. It is strangely familiar. Do y'all recall the war in Iraq? And not only the war in Iraq, who did they use to sell the war to the American people? Do y'all remember?
I remember.
What that Negro name was?
Ruben, you remember? What is his name? Ruben?
No. Bro, his name is Ruben. Ruben, yeah.
Do you remember? Tell us who it was.
Tell him. You at the front of the class?
Stand up. Don't sit down now. Stand up.
This is a pop quiz.
Project. Speak loud so everyone can hear you.
Give us the answer. It was Colin Powell. They used another black man to market and promote, and they used his credit. Like, y'all gotta understand who Colin Powell was, right? Colin Powell was a hero to black folk. He was the first Joint Chief of Staff. So there's a demographic of black folk, like my father's age, who thought that going to the military would prove how American you are, how dedicated you were to the country, and somehow that would translate into improving your condition, right, and improving the condition of black people. So going to the military meant something. And here this brother was. He was a military vet, a war vet, and he was the general. He was a general.
And if you know the U.S. military, you know it's a good old boys club. It's
Yeah.
hard to reach those high ranks.
Boy, you know, and anybody knows the struggle he had to go through as a black man to get into a general. And so we black folk were proud of Colin Powell. And then on top of that, because he was a general, white America loved Colin Powell. He was like their poster child. And we accepted him. He was our poster child too. Like, man, this guy is smart. He was Obama before Obama. They wanted him to run for president. But what they did is they used brother Colin Powell, right, to go around and spread this lie about Iraq having weapons of mass destruction. And the United States government the military went into Iraq based on this lie. Based on a whole lie, but they used the brother. See what I'm telling y'all?
Like, he never recovered from that.
Never. In fact, you know, there's an interview that he did, and he was like, it was all a lie. There was no truth. He was like, I was given intelligence. I was given confirmation from the intelligence community that this was real. They were like, we see it. We was there. We got our eyes on it.
Think about that.
Yeah.
The company you served with excellence and loyalty threw you under the bus like that, hung you out to dry.
And he became the face of the lie.
That's cold. But it's a lesson for all black Americans.
He became the face of the lie.
Ace of them.
Imagine that. A lie that he didn't even create. Somebody lied to him.
Yep.
Right?
Give it to Colin. Tell him.
Go ahead on. Use your credibility up. And nobody apologized. There's been no apology to the Iraqi people. Think about it, y'all. There are congressional hearings that went on recently in the last year or two about where these weapons. They were in Iraq all that time. They ain't find a shoe bomb. A nothing. A Molotov cocktail. Nothing. They ain't find nothing. Right? But think about the millions of Iraqis. So there, you see, there's one video where I think this dude was talking to maybe George Bush or somebody. Yeah, President Bush. And he was like, you lied. This was an American soldier saying, I lost my best friends in Iraq. And you lied. It was a lie. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if the international community remembers that. But I do. So I don't put no whole lot of
Never
credibility into that. No. Now, when they talking about they sold, now again, I don't know whether they did or not. But I'm not going to believe it because they said it.
If somebody lies to you on that scale?
Yeah.
How could you ever trust anything that comes from them?
So then you got to ask about the allies, right? You can think about that. You gotta think about the United States allies, the Frances and the UK. Like, how y'all believe them?
They don't.
They don't. They don't.
There's some intel that came out recently. They're getting spied on and everything.
Oh, okay.
Friends.
Okay.
They're not loyal.
Okay. They loyal. Can't do nothing for you. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's Chris Brown, huh? Yeah. He out of control.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Chris Brown another time, but he's out of control. He need to go to jail. Chris Brown need to go to jail. No. He need a little time. He need a good 2 years in prison.
A little bit.
Yeah, he done lost his mind. Yeah, think about all the success you have and all the stuff you doing and you jumping on people and all kind of stuff. Yeah, he need to go to jail. Yeah.
But anyway.
So, with that being said,
what do we got to say to the ambassador?
I understand that he's in a very precarious position. You remember I told you he's a company man.
Yeah.
Right? But brother, Briggity, be easy. Don't allow them people to do that to you. I understand that your children look up to you and be like, man, my father's an ambassador. And that's something important. Let's not downplay. That's something important. Man, my father he's an intelligent man. Yeah. This man is from an academician, right? Don't let them people use you like that. But see, on one end, I understand he's a company man.
Right.
So I'm with the labor unions. I'm not the company man. As I'm with the great philosophical musician Sly Stone would say, everyday people, right? So I'm with the everyday. I'm with the labor unions. I'm trying to get us a couple of extra days off, a little bump in pay, right? You know, better safety conditions.
Benefits.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm with them people. He with the company.
Right.
So we not really ever on the same side because we the same, because skin folk, all skin folk, ain't your kinfolk. So we're not really on the same side, but I understand the brother's precarious position. I just want to say, don't let people use you like that.
Yeah.
Don't let them use you like that. Look at Colin Powell.
Continent?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, you don't think they've done enough damage over here?
Yeah.
You don't think? I mean, honestly, deep down in your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body, in the deep recesses, in the sequestered places of your mind, when you sit down in the midnight hour, ain't no music on, and your wife sleep, and you sitting, laying in the bed, you really think, you don't think that they have done enough? I don't know.
You don't think you need to be a part of it?
I don't want.
That's a real question.
That's a real question. No,
consider that, brother. You can have a seat.
Go back.
We don't.
You on detention for the next 3 weeks. We'll be like your girl Kaya when she got order in the court. Order in the court.
We need to be like your other boy.
Who?
What is Maze?
Oh, point of order.
No,
y'all don't know.
Point of information.
Hey, look. If y'all really want to laugh, y'all know we get off topic, so don't worry about it.
Right.
If y'all really want to laugh, go to YouTube and look up Eric Mays, Flint, Michigan.
You have a good time.
Say.
Good time. Ooh, too much.
Say Eric Mays, Flint, Michigan. If you want to see like real life comedy and politics intersect, this man is out of control. We told him, my mama dead. You gotta go watch it. Go watch it. Negro. Y'all, bro. He called him handkerchief head Negro. Go watch it. Y'all just trust me. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Eric Mays, Flint, Michigan. Yeah, he is out of control. And I'll never tell y'all to go watch nobody else besides like changing the narrative and stuff. But this ain't a YouTube channel. This is a real life politician
filming him
who is out of control.
City council meetings.
Cursing people out.
I mean, they get him started though. Quit triggering Mr. Mays.
You already know he volatile.
Right. It don't take but just a little bit to set him off.
So, Africa Day.
Africa Day.
Africa Day.
Is it May 26th, huh?
Yeah, May 26th. I believe, or 25th, 26th, one of the two. So, our son came home, and he said he has to bring a special dish, like an African dish, to school, and he has to dress up in like his traditional African attire, right, for school. So I said he gonna bring chicken and watermelon, and he gonna dress up in a fresh Adidas shoe with some shell-toe Adidas.
I think he need to bring the thobe.
He could do the throw with the shell-toe Adidas. Yeah, he could do the throw with the shell-toe Adidas. But so it was unique because he said, you know, what am I going to bring? Because what do you say?
Our ancestors, like culture was taken from them.
And I think that's important because first of all, we from New Orleans. Everything about our culture goes straight to the continent, straight to Nigeria, Ghana, Mali, Senegal. It goes right there. Our food, our culture, our funeral traditions, our celebrations, the way we dance, even the way we talk goes straight to the continent, right? So the music we created, jazz music, right? Goes straight to the continent, right? So I had to let him know that, but then I had to let him know like here's the thing. Like there is maybe a segment of African, it's a few segments of African Americans. Some that feel like in order to really be considered an African, we gotta adopt this culture.
Yeah, we gotta start speaking Swahili tomorrow.
Right.
Start wearing dashikis or whatever.
I'm not of that mindset. The great Harlem Renaissance scholar, Alan Locke. You know I'm about to get to preach. The great Harlem Renaissance scholar Alan Locke called us a new Negro. Now he was referring to a Negro who is no longer docile, who's no longer seeking the approval of white supremacy and the conditions. He's taking control of his own life and creating his own agency, right? But the deeper level of the new Negro is that the African American is a new African on planet Earth, right? And we don't have to go anywhere to still be African.
Right.
It's not like when we got on them boats that we traded in our African card. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like all of a sudden we our DNA changed or something like that.
Right.
And here's the thing. The culture that African Americans create is probably the most popular African culture in the world. Argue with me. The jazz music that the world loves, that comes from African Americans. The hip hop music that the world loves, that comes from African Americans. When we make something, when we take a old t-shirt and baggy pants and put on some Timberlands and rock it because we are poor and poverty and we can't afford anything else, the world start rocking Timberlands, baggy pants, and old t-shirts. Huh? Tell me we're not the most influential Africans on planet, right? So we don't have to hang our head in shame like, oh, we don't know what African language we spoke. We speak English. That's the language that we speak.
Just is what it is.
It is what it is. It's the condition. We can't change the conditions of what happened to our ancestors. But we are Africans, still and all. Who speak English. And I run into a lot of them here in South Africa, right? Who speak Portuguese. Yeah. Africans in Senegal who are speaking French. They ain't less African, right? And we have created cultures, customs, and traditions of our own in the captivity, based in that captivity, based in that condition, in our 400-year sojourn in the United States. That did not stop us from being African. It did not stop us from creating cultures. It did not stop us from creating traditions. It did not stop us from creating food. So food and language and music and religious expressions. Gospel music. Where gospel music come from? Gospel music don't come from Europe. That come from the plantation of African American, the slave plantation. Thomas Dorsey. That's who invented gospel music. That's slave music. African American slave music. Blues all around the world.
Straight from Mali.
Oh, yeah, Mali to Mississippi. That's right. Blues comes from Mali to Mississippi. There was a great album called Mali to Memphis.
That was Mali to Memphis.
Yeah, it was called From Mali to Memphis.
Really, it's the Delta of Mississippi, and then right up to Memphis.
Yeah, because don't nobody know places in the Delta. They know Memphis.
Right, okay, that's recognizable. Can't say Mali to Mound Bayou.
You're like, where's that? Mound Bayou? Greenville? Where? So they had to throw in that Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Yeah, so that, and these are the conversations we have to have with our children, because we have to really contextualize what and who we are.
Yeah.
You know, we are African Americans. We are South African Americans now, you dig? But I don't ever want my sons or my children to think like, oh, we have some second-rate culture or some second-rate traditions. No, homie. We got the flyest traditions because we managed to create ours in the midst of the worst conditions ever. We managed to create we had to create ours in secret with not only the threat of a beating, but the threat of getting lynched, hung from trees, right? So that's a story of a people who are resilient, of a people of a culture and traditions. Just imagine that. Imagine holding on to your food culture like gumbo, right? Gumbo is a West African dish that is eaten in New Orleans and has been taken on as a New Orleans dish, right? Imagine being able to hold on to that dish, just that dish, through enslavement. When they won't allow you to read, they won't allow you to write, they won't allow you to think for yourself, they won't allow you to freely move. Just imagine being able to hold on to that one dish through all of that. They raping your wife, taking your children and selling them off, taking you, selling you off, or killing you, and you are able to hold. Just imagine the sheer tenacity and the Dionysian determination. No, that's not the right word. No, Dionysian is really folly. But the type of determination it takes.
Dogged determination.
Dogged determination. That it takes to hold on to that one dish. Think about creating blues music in the cotton fields. You picking cotton, your hands all swollen, got the man sitting on the horse getting ready to beat you, and somehow you thinking of lyrics and making up songs. Think about jazz music. You confined in a little place called Congo Square in New Orleans. You confined into this little place where they'll let you play drums on Sunday, and from there you create this music that is known throughout the world, right? Imagine that. So no, our story is a story of brilliance and resilience. So I wanted to make sure my son understood that. Yeah. We're not no second-class Africans. No, we don't play them type of games.
And I don't want him wearing other Africans' traditional dress.
Right.
And bringing other Africans' foods. It's like, no, you can bring you to Africa Day.
Right.
And you are
a part. And it's authentically African. It is equally a part of Africa. Yes. And I challenge anybody.
Right. You have to be ready to school his classmates too.
Right.
Because they don't know.
Let them know. So let them know how it got there. How it was not on the continent, but how it was brought into the Americas. And really, we should make sure he tells them of how important it was. That just to hold on to these dishes is a story of resistance. You know what I'm saying? To hold on to the dishes, to some of the language, like to call it gumbo, because that's what it's called in West Africa. Just to call it that. Right? Okra. Yeah. That's what it is. So anyway, all right. We at 25, 24 minutes or something like that. Family, if you watch this long, you already know you're a soldier. All right, peace.